Welcome everyone to Weekly News and a DW Main Major Tidbit, and the topic for this video is Kiko Bam, top-notchers ng Senado. In a stunning upset, matapos ang 5,000 mind conditioning surveys na nagsilipana with SWS, whoosh, Pulse Asia, whoosh, at Okta Research, whoosh, kahit ako, naloko. I was already giving up with my ideals na bare minimum na nga lang kung tutuusin. Ang isang Kiko Bam tandem na makakapasok sa Magic 12. They're literally the only people, only senatoriables that I know of na who could have actually pulled off or had a fighting chance na makapasok sa Magic 12. Although, even I think na, hindi makakapasok si Kiko Pangilinan. But anyway, the Magic 12 circle na laging pinapalumuti sa mga surveys na iyan. Lagi silang kulelat. At doon ako medyo na-discouraged. I was like, look, I'm bargaining na the bare minimum that I'm already kind of being idealizing is now, not really something that would have been possible. Kaya sabi ko, kahit si kahit si Kiko or si Bang, either one of them would be good enough para lang merong kasama si Risa Ontiveros kasi wala siyang kasama. Pero after all these years, well, how the turntables. Anyway, hindi lang nakapasok sina Bam at Kiko, they crashed into the top 2 at top 5 spots respectively.
Hindi pa official pero reaction nyo lang kila Sen Bam, Kiko, Sen Leila, tsaka kay Michelle.
Euphoric talaga yung pakiramdam, yung saya. Parang hindi makapaniwala. Kasi because of the surveys, minamanage namin yung expectations. So sa amin, masaya na makapasok yung dalawa sa top 12. Pero yung ranking nila was so much more than we expected. So ito, parang assurance that the movement is strong. Na hindi nawalan ng tao ang tao ng pag-asa after the 2022 debacle. Very uplifting not just for myself but for the entire movement. Kasi maraming nawawalan ng pag-asa eh. Pero yung strong showing ni Bam sa ni Kiko, pati na din ng party list. Yung number 1 yung Akbayan, yung ML na hindi inaasahan makapasok, nakakuha ng 1 seat. Assurance ito na yung tao naghahanap pa din ng maayos na mga leaders.
Talagang medyo nakapagtataka dahil nga sa mga surveys na kinikilala ang lakas ng alyansa ni Marcos na halos lahat except Bongo and Bato ang makakapasok sa Magic 12 ng Senado. By the way, top 1 si Bongo and then top 3 si Bato. Even I was surprised and pleasantly so, kahit na disappointed ako sa aming mayoral elections result where I apparently became too involved with Sir Sonny Trillanes' campaign. He lost to Along Malapitan. A huge upset for peeps who really wanted change. Although, ang hati is the same as it was noong si Egay Arisa ang tumakbo noong 2022 against Malapitan plus or minus 30,000 votes. Now, a lot of people really wanted him to win. 220,000 to be exact. At ayon sa mga surveys, he only pulls off like 5-10%. Pero as you can clearly see, he got like 30 to 40% of the votes. So there's really something or a huge leap that he had gotten. Kasi talagang isipin mo yun, galit sa'yo ang tao dahil nga, again, inaaway mo si Duterte. But anyway, I had lots of reasons to vote for Trillanes. Although, he didn't win. We'll get him next time. Now, hindi lang kasi masyado naging visible at paepal si Trillanes dito sa Caloocan kahit na, marami siya napagawa. Now, of course, they went on a media tour dahil nga sa unexpected na pagpanalo at pag-top-notch nila sa mga senatoriables ng ating bansa when they can barely get into the Magic 13, Magic 14, Magic 15 nung mga survey na pinagkakalat nila. Now, with Bam even exhilarated when he was apparently number 2 when just a few days ago sa mga survey, hindi siya makakrack ng top 12 or below.
So, currently, number 2 po kayo sa standing. Ano po yung reaction nyo dito sa current standing na ito?
Well, syempre nagulat kami with the high standing. Earlier today, we were hoping na sana mag-8 tayo, mag-9 or 10. So syempre, nakakatuwa itong nag-number 2 and hitting very good results in many areas in Luzon and Visayas. So nais lang po namin magpasalamat sa lahat po ng mga tumulong. Alam ko pong maraming volunteers yung nag-ikot kahapon at ngayong araw na ito. Marami pong kabataan ang talagang pinush po tayo, pati po si Senator Kiko. So we'd like to thank everyone. Maraming salamat po and we promise po hindi ho namin sasayangin ito pong binigay niyo po sa amin. Honestly, sa show pa yun ni Karen. So number 24 to 28 of May 2024. So in 1 year, ginapang natin yung 24 to the second spot, no, kung totoo ngang mag-end tayo sa second spot. Honestly, kahit kung number 12 ba na ako, tuwan-tuwa na rin kami, sa totoo lang Pero syempre itong vote of confidence mula sa taong bayan, malaking bagay talaga. And from the first day na nag-start itong kampanya, I kept on telling my team, tiwala lang, no? Magtiwala tayo sa Diyos, magtiwala tayo sa taong bayan, tutugon yung taong bayan dito sa ating panawagan sa kanila. At tumugon nga sila. And gusto ko lang mag-special shoutout rin sa mga kabataan kasi hanggang kanina, may mga lumalapit sa akin, sinasabi nila, Sen, yung anak ko, talagang ikaw yung pinupush, ikaw talaga yung gustong manalo. So hanggang sa dulo yung mga kabataan, kinakampanya po talaga tayo sa mga magulang nila. And I guess pinapakita talaga ng kampanyang ito na kung gagalaw yung taong bayan, kung talagang magsisikap yung taong bayan, kahit anong forma ng politika sa Pilipinas, kayang baguhin.
And Kiko Pangilinan even thought na fake news lang itong mga sinasabi nilang top 5 siya dahil bugbog na raw siya sa fake news na naririnig tungkol sa kanya. Though, usually, derogatory yung fake news na nare-receive niya.
Hi sir, Tristan po from Newswatch. Sir, paano nyo nalaman yung results? Paano nakarating sa inyo? Kasi iba ayaw pa siguro tignan yung mga resulta po nung nag-start pumasok yung botohan. Kayo sir, paano nakarating sa inyo na pumapasok tayo sa winning circle and then eventually nasa top 5? Pwede pong pakwento lang ng konti.
Well, actually, yung team namin, meron kaming thread, no? Telegram thread. At doon ko nakita yung unang feed, no, na nasa top 5 na nga no. So akala ko fake news. Sa dami kasi ng fake news na tinatanggap ko araw-araw ng kampanya. Sabi ko, totoo ba to? Baka disinformation to, but totoo pala, no. After all, ako ata ang summa cum laude ng disinformation itong kampanyang ito, kaya talagang nakita natin apektado tayo doon sa mga survey. So nung lumabas, I initially thought well, I couldn't believe it, di ba? Hindi ako makapaniwala. And kinonfirm nga nung nakita natin after a few minutes, dinouble check, triple check, and ano pala, legitimate pala yung social media card na nagsasabing number 5.
Now, it is really outstanding what the youth, vote, and persuasion can do. Hindi man kinaya noong 2022 during the height of Unithieves debacle, leaving us heartbroken with many progressives kind of giving up already kasi nga that's 30 million to their 15. No, isa ako sa mga estudyante at youth na hindi nakaboto noong eleksyon. Kaya nga, mag-isa lang si Sen Risa sa Senado. At, nung tumakbo siya, and even, I think she was at number 10 at that point. Now, talagang alam nating lahat na in all realities, maganda na dalawa lang silang tandem. Kumbaga parang, mas madaling pakinggan, mas madaling i-suggest sa tao na, dalawa sila. Mas madaling isingit sa mga boboto ng makaalyansa at maka-Duterte. And, no, I won't attribute Kiko Mam's success to personalities or endorsements like by Iglesia ni Cristo or any fucking governors and all that stuff. Only the youth who bugged their parents and their peers to vote for Kiko, Bam, Heidi, Luke. It's the students pushing their parents to vote for the two. Wala ring malakasang block voting ang Alyansa and Duterte, with many even undervoting. I know I have. And you know, I don't think I voted for any Duterte candidate, but I did vote for Abby Binay. And then the rest would be PLM and Heidi and Makabayan, some Makabayan. Now, talagang outstanding ang mga kabataan. They clutched and brought home the winning factor to surge Kiko Bam and Akbayan and even Mamayang Liberal to the front lines, to the top, and to do, or at least to have a fighting chance or representative na pwedeng sumama kay Risa as an independent opposition. Although, mas maganda sana kung hindi masyadong nag-dominate ang Akbayan kasi nanakawan tuloy ang Makabayan bloc with Gabriela post to losing their seat, their only seat, unless ma-disqualify ang Sang Portales ahead of them. And you know, Bayan Muna faces the listing after failing to secure seats for, I think, consecutive election cycles already. Now, sa susunod, isasama na rin natin si Heidi Mendoza, Luke Espiritu, even Leody de Guzman, although a lot of people kind of had the icky when it comes to her and, you know, the Makabayan bets. I mean, isipin mo, Heidi had like 6 million people voting for her, top 21. So, that's mind-blowing. Kasi kahit dito sa Caloocan, which is Duterte town, top 12 siya. So, you know, that's mind-blowing. Ang video clip na ito ay galing sa aking series ng News sa Renverdi Recap. Check the entire videos for the complete weekly news recap and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date sa mga local at global news na ang make sure would be interesting to you. Particularly you, whatever your name is. Hindi ko alam, sorry. Salamat sa panonood mga ka-farmy. Like, subscribe, follow me like sa socials and avoid Joseph that will be linked down below. So, susunod, of course. Paalam.